Oh, fuck. So there's a lot to learn about the Ark and Ark Raiders, and let's get started with the ones that fly. First we have snitches, wasps, hornets, and rocketeers. That's only 4 drones. Trust me, some less boring Ark are coming. The drones have a predetermined set path that they follow until they get disturbed. Now looking at the drone after you've gotten its attention, you might notice something different. Its lights changed. When the light is yellow, that means the drone is going to start looking a little closer and it senses movement. When the lights turn red, that means the drone sees you and is ready to engage. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's go on to specific drone. The first drone that we're going to talk about is the snitch. Now the snitch doesn't have any way to hurt you, but if you don't kill it in time and it spots you, it will call in 3 drones, 2 of which are wasps and 1 of which is a hornet. For the most part when it comes to snitches, you just shoot them anywhere you can, but if you can try to hit the white propellers underneath, then you should do more damage. A wasp is a low HP drone with a mounted machine gun on the bottom of it. If you look at the drone, it indicates with a yellow and red light that it's charging up an attack. The drone has 4 total propellers, and if you can blow up 2 of them, you can drop it from the sky. Alone, these guys are not a big deal, but a group of them can be pretty scary. Things are getting bigger now, so make sure going forward that you bring a heavy ammo weapon. Next is the hornet. The hornet is similar to the wasp in many ways, except for it has an armor plating around its first front propellers. So you gotta make sure that you shoot the propellers in the back. Just like any of the other drones, as long as you take out 2 propellers, it will go down. Next, we have the rocketeer. The easiest way to kill a rocketeer is to get above it somehow and throw some grenades on it and hope that you can hit it. Here I had a wolf pack grenade, and I actually threw it above the rocketeer. That way that the wolf pack would come back down and hit the rocketeer. This ended up killing it with just 1 wolf pack. You can use any grenade that you think you can hit your shot with. I just had a wolf pack in this case. It's not recommended to shoot a rocketeer down because all 4 propellers around the rocketeer are heavily guarded by armor, so you might as well just put yourself in a good spot and take it down with grenades. Moving on, now we have all of our Ark units that are on the ground. First we have the Tick, Pop, Fireball, Surveyor, the Leaper, Bastion, Bombardier, and the Queen. That one is going to be crazy. But before I continue, consider subscribing and liking the video if you enjoyed it so far. And I stream every day on Twitch, and I haven't missed a day in 40 days, so come take a peek. Next up, we have the Tick. These things are pretty easy to take care of, and you can just melee them. But if you let them get on you, they can do a pretty decent amount of damage. All you have to do is spam E to get them off, but for the most part, you just want to melee these because they're really easy to kill. Now we're on the pop triggers and fireballs. Pop triggers are super fragile and pretty much blow up to anything with 1 shot. But be careful because if you let these blow up right next to you, they do significant damage. The fireball is very similar to the pop, except for it has a little bit more health, so you want to use a heavy ammo weapon to take it out efficiently. The fireball also has a flamethrower attack instead of just self-detonating, so be wary of that. Next up is the Leaper, and even though this may seem like a super crazy Ark to fight against, it's actually pretty easy to kill. All you have to do is take cover in a small area where it can't get in. Leapers are especially weak to fire, so if you throw a fire nade on them, they'll die a lot quicker, but then just spam them with simple light explosives and they'll die really fast. Next up is the Bombardier. All you have to do is make like 10 simple explosives, which are super cheap in your workbench. You then want to find a building that you can get in for cover. The Bombardier launches rockets straight up and then down on top of you, so as long as you have cover above you, you should be okay. Then you want to take out the spotters, which by the way I know I missed, but they're essentially just another snitch. Once the spotters are gone, it's kind of just a sitting duck. You just need to throw your grenades at it and dodge the missiles when they come in. The Bastion is very similar to the Bombardier. All you have to do to take this out is sit on top of a roof because it doesn't have any spotters, and you just throw grenades at it. A wolf pack helps a lot here, but you can really use any grenade that you want to. Last, but certainly not least, the Queen. For the Queen, you need to bring a hole cracker and a shit ton of ammo. Focus at shooting at her legs, and eventually you'll start to do damage. After a long time of shooting at her, you'll start to reveal these yellow pieces of her leg that end up being her weak spots. After shooting those again for a long time, you'll eventually start to weaken her to the point where she'll explode. And that's how you kill every single Ark in the game.